Hey everybody, on today's episode of the Sibling Soirée, we're celebrating a birthday and toasting with Stuyvesant Champagne's Brut Rosé. Ooh, and make sure that you watch until the very end. We've got a special surprise and a bonus scene. It's a party, y'all, and you are invited. Ow.
The Sibling Soirée, get loose, come party. Know you had a long day, kick it, Munchies, never feel sorry. Hey, for living your best life, we gon' get just right. Sip fine wine, good dine, great vibes, all black beers on the rise, yeah.
Hey everybody, I'm Lucinda.
And I'm Eric.
And welcome to the Sibling Soirée, a space where we sample and support Black-owned food and beverage companies.
That's right. Yeah, we taking it to Brooklyn today. Yo, you know Brooklyn always represents it.
Always.
Today we got Stuyvesant Champagne by Marvina Robinson, and we are excited for this. It's a rosé brut, and it smells delicious. We recorded already, and I'm like,
I can smell it.
It smells good. It smells good.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. So you're kind of dressed up today.
I'm a little sparkly.
You're a little sparkly. We got a little balloon action.
Yeah. Because it is Sag Nation. It is Team Sagittarius all the way. And yes, December is one of my favorite months because my birthday is
It's your birthday. It's her birthday week, y'all. She's feeling litty. We're going to have fun. We're drinking champagne.
Why not? But you know, what I think is important to note, though, is that the owner of Stuyvesant Champagne, Marvina Robinson, says that you don't need a celebration to drink champagne. Right. You can ultimately drink it at any time. Yeah. But it is my birthday, and I wanted to celebrate, and I thought, why not do it with a bottle that celebrates a strong Black woman from Brooklyn.
That's right. That's right. And it is celebratory. So, you know, though you can drink it any day. Yeah. It does bring a celebration together. Mm-hmm. It does feel good to pop bubbles when we celebrate something special.
Absolutely. Yeah. So here we are to another year of life, to strength and health, and all things awesome in the next year.
That's right. Yeah. To your speckles.
Cheers.
Is that Black Girl Magic?
Yes.
That's delicious.
That's tasty. Mm-hmm. That is tasty.
It is.
I like it. You know, I could smell it right away, and it tastes how it smells.
I agree. I was gonna say that. I was like, I was kind of smelling like slight berry, like a little maybe a strawberry-ish, cherry kind of thing, you know. And that's exactly how it tastes. You know, it's fruity, it's sweet. But for a brut rosé, I really like it.
Do you?
I do. I know. It's not too sweet. It's not too sweet, y'all.
This is like birthday wish come true. He likes it.
I like it. It's not too sweet. It's fruity, but it's good. The bubbles cut the sweetness, and I think that it meets in the middle. It's very nice. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, I know that the website talks about like hints of fleshy cherry. Like I actually understand what that means. Yeah. Like it does taste like cherry,
you get
right?
That.
Oh, it's good. I like it.
We like it.
Well done. Yeah. So Stuyvesant Champagne, owned by Marvina Robinson.
Right. Shout out to Marvina.
Born and raised and bred in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn.
Bed-Stuy. Look, I already know people watching this and shout out because I got mad friends in Bed-Stuy. I got people and like, Brooklyn always reps hard. Yeah. And I think that was special because like you feel that from the brand and this bottle, right? Because she reps Bed-Stuy. Yep. And I think that was part of her thought in coming up with this bottle. Like it was something for the neighborhood, something for her people. And she wanted to make a proper champagne that she could bring back home. Yeah. And I love that.
Really to pay homage to her hometown. Right. And so in her college days, she tells a story of how her and her friends used to come home from college break and put their money together and buy bottles of Moet, this White Star, which is discontinued.
Yeah. First of all, I'm going to shout them out for that because like we weren't drinking Moet in college. Like, right? So like,
I'm from Long Island, and I was drinking Long Island.
With bottom shelf liquor.
Oh man, it was horrible, but it got the job done.
It got the job done, yeah. But
Like,
shout out to them for having elevated palates from the start, right?
Yeah.
Like they came, they pulled their money together, and she was like, "Yo, we drank it out of plastic cups on the stoop."
Yeah.
You know, and I love that. I was like,
and just celebrated life, you know. And so to think about even from that early age, saying, you know what, we're gonna, you know, again, we don't need an excuse to celebrate. We're just gonna celebrate anyway. And so her and her friends got together and they would drink champagne. But as she grew older and her palate developed even more, you know, she had a desire to bring a champagne bar to Brooklyn, right?
Plan,
and that still is the plan.
It is the plan.
You know, I know that COVID has really kind of put a halt on a lot of people's plans, but she's still working on putting together a champagne bar located in Brooklyn, right?
Which is great, and we can't wait for that. But I think it's also important and special to realize that sometimes you have to trust in the process and the journey.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, though the idea was to start off with this champagne bar, you know, it started because she wanted a house champagne.
Right.
So she started going to friends and making these connections with vineyards and like, you know, and working on this bottle. And then, you know, and that took off, right? Before the bar did. So we're still waiting for the bar.
We're waiting.
Like, but we love this bar. We love the bottles.
It's absolutely delicious. And, you know, she has other champagnes that at some point we'll definitely review as well.
For sure.
But I think it's important to also note, you know, for people who are thinking about maybe in you know, going into this endeavor of starting something new, it's blood, sweat, and tears. You know, like, you know, this was not, she didn't go to study wine. You know what I mean? She's not a sommelier. She's taken some classes.
She left her career for this.
She left her career.
Yeah.
She said, you know what, this is something that I'm really interested in investing my time and my energy in. And so, you know, just imagine the amount of times that you have to go back and forth to France to find the right partner, right? And how much time that probably took for her. And the investment of her own finances. She hasn't taken out these huge loans. Like, all of it is just based on her own money.
Yeah.
And so to me, I'm attracted to that. That's like, to me, that's like that New York rigor.
That's that New York hustle. Right?
Yeah, that's that New York hustle.
Yeah,
like, you know, I'm just trying to make this thing great. And ultimately, it has been. She's received already accolades from all kinds of social media and media platforms.
Oh, she's been featured everywhere. Forbes, NBC, Food Network. Like, I mean, the list just goes on and on and on and on and on. Because it's a great product.
Well, it's a great product.
And the story.
And the story is great, but she's also one of the few, very, very few
Black women
champagne. Because remember, champagne has to come from that region.
From Champagne,
in France.
Right.
You can be a sparkling wine.
Yeah, and there are a ton of those. We love bubbles of all kinds. Yes. But to actually call it champagne, it needs to come from a certain place in France, right? Yeah. And it has to come from certain grapes. And it's made up of certain grapes, right? So I think there are technically 7 grapes that make up champagne. But there are 3 main ones. And I think, so this one, I think, is heavy on Pinot Noir.
Okay.
I think it's like 58, almost 60%. And then the rest is split between Pinot Meunier and Chardonnay. Oh. So those are the 3 most popular champagne grapes. And I think it's a great blend. It tastes
delicious.
So good.
It doesn't feel like hard on the back of the throat.
Yeah.
You know, like some brutes feel like that.
Right.
Not like uber dry.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it too. And it's not, you know, it's bubbly enough, but it's not super gassy where you're going to feel overly full.
Right.
This is my like sip all the way through brunch, vacation, through the new year. Like, you know, like this is my all year brew rosé.
This is a go-to.
This is my new all year brew rosé.
This is a go-to bottle. So look, it's a go-to bottle, but it's not necessarily a go-to price, okay?
Yeah.
It is about $67 a bottle. Yeah. But listen,
champagne is not cheap.
I'm at a point in my life where I want to enjoy what I'm drinking.
Agreed.
Right? It's my birthday. But even if it's not a celebration, you want to enjoy what you're sipping on.
I agree.
And so sometimes that might mean that you're going to have to kind of dig into. You're willing to invest in all kinds of other things.
Right.
So why not spend a couple extra coins? One, support a Black-owned business.
Right.
Support a Black women-owned business.
Yes.
And enjoy what you're drinking.
Agreed. Look, I mean, you know, we always talk about moments and celebrating and living in those moments, right? And you know, that's a great plate of food. It's also a great glass of champagne.
Yeah.
You know, it's worth it. It's worth it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can purchase it on her website.
Right.
All right. If you go to the website, and we'll list it in the link below. But ultimately, you know, she's still really working on getting the proper distribution. And, you know, I think that she's been very candid about some of the challenges that come, especially being a minority in this business, and trying to connect with the right people.
Right.
I know that she has some things in the works in terms of distributions on the West Coast and even here on the East Coast. But it takes time.
It takes time. And it's really important to hear those stories because it is challenging for a lot of people of color in this industry. And like, I think, you know, that's something that's gotten a lot of light this year. And it's something, you know, it's part of what we're trying to do here. Just to like put some of these brands out there. And like, it is challenging.
To respect the hustle.
Respect the hustle.
Yeah, like, you know, I think the idea that you can possibly just come up in here and just think you're going to just take up this space.
You don't have this idea overnight and then you just come out with a bottle that everyone's buying. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that.
It's a labor of love.
And we respect it.
Yeah.
We respect it.
It's a labor of love. Yeah. And I think, you know, especially like if you've ever visited vineyards or like any kind of processing center, you have a different level of appreciation for the things that come into this bottle. You know,
it's a process.
Yeah.
It's a process.
You know what? I think that people are passionate about this.
I agree.
I think that people are already, you know, I mean, it sells out very quickly.
Yeah, well, it shows.
You know, and ultimately, I think that people respect the brand. They respect her and her hustle. And I really see a really big and bright future for Marvina Robinson. I think that a lot of great things are going to be coming, not just from Stuyvesant Champagne, but from this champagne bar that she's opening. I can't wait for the world to open up.
Oh my God.
So that we can go and can you imagine? Yeah. You know how I feel about feeling. I mean, and I'm feeling extra luxurious today.
She got a secret dress
Marvina, open up that champagne bar.
We coming through. You already know the soiree's in the house. You already know.
It is soiree approved.
Soiree approved. Soiree approved.
So listen, on her website, she says, toast. Toast to the freshness of family. And the possibilities of a strong and fruitful relationship.
Oh, that's so good.
And so, cheers to you, Marvina. Cheers to you, family.
Cheers to you, birthday girl.
Oh. Cheers.
I have one more thing.
Okay.
Oh,
you are so much. Oh,
okay.
So you didn't tell me.
I just blew it out. This is not staged, y'all.
Oh.
I really tried to surprise her for this. Y'all have no idea. It's really hard because
I really just gave you grief. Like, I'm not filming again.
I was like, we need just one more take. She's like, yeah, we got it. I really tried to surprise her.
That's
I hid this the whole day.
Is it old?
It's not. No, it's fresh from today. Okay. But I hid it since we started filming. But it's happening. So I just wanted to say happy birthday to you from me and all of our sibs. We love you. We hope you have a great birthday. And cheers to you. It worked. She's crying. It worked.
Whatever. I gotta mess up my makeup. Sorry. It's hard to surprise me, but I'm very surprised. Thank you.
Love you. Make a wish. It's melting. Make a wish. Hey.
Cheers.
Cheers, y'all. Cheers to you. Happy birthday.
Oh, give me napkins so I don't mess up my makeup. Oh,
we finished, and I was like, I didn't do the cake. I literally went to pee, and I almost like threw myself against the wall. I was like, I have to find a way to do it. She's gonna be pissed at me, but it's gonna be worth it.
Oh man. Oh, that was sweet.
Screw eyeing me the whole time. Like, you know we got it. Why are you making me do this?
Why are you making us do this again?
I'm sorry.
9:30.
I'm sorry that I forgot, but I wanted it to happen.
This was all the more worth it.
Okay.
I appreciate you. Oh.
I'm like, she'll forgive it in a second. I just have to make it happen.
Oh man, that's like an abusive situation. That's horrible.
No, not at all. But I know, like, if I was in the same situation, like, we know we got it. So it's like, why are we doing this again? We're wasting time. We got to do the photo shoot. I understood it.
Okay.
But I'm glad we got to do it because it's going to be cute to
Yes. And we're going to eat cupcakes.
And now we got red velvet cupcakes. Cheers.
Salud. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Cupcakes and champagne.
Yeah.
E and Lou, lovers of drinks and food, sharing that fleek review, helping you identify jewels, the gems and the places, something like the water in Oasis. Buy black, that's a great win. Circulate the dollar, that's what we call amazing. The Sibling Soirée.